I, Lance Corporal Harold W. Dawson, have been informed by Special Agent R.C. McGuire of the Naval Investigative Service that I have been suspected of murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and conduct unbecoming a United States Marine. I have also been advised I have the right to remain silent and make no statement at all.
Any statement I do make can and will be used against me in a court-martial or other judicial administrative proceedings. I have the right to consult with a lawyer prior to further questioning.
I am presently assigned to Rifle Security Company Windward, 2nd Platoon Delta, Nav Base, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
I'm a PFC in the United States Marine Corps, assigned to Marine Rifle Security Company Windward, 2nd Platoon Delta. I've been in the Corps 10 months as of August.
I entered Private Santiago's barracks room on the evening of 6 July at or about 23:50. I was accompanied by PFC Loudon Downing.
I was accompanied by my squad leader, Lance Corporal Harold W. Dawson.
We tied his hands and feet with
We
rope.
tied Private Santiago's hands and feet with rope, and we forced a cloth into his mouth.
Plus, we placed duct tape over his eyes and mouth.
I've read the 2-page statement that Special Agent McGuire has prepared at my request. Upon looking at its contents, I was able to make any changes and corrections, initializing those changes and corrections.
These statements are true and factual to the best of my knowledge.
Danny,
I'm late.
do you know what I just saw?
No, but I'm genuinely late.
There's a lady lawyer from Internal Affairs wandering around the hallway.
What's she doing?
I don't know.
She stealing things?
No?
Tell me why I care.
Well, ordinarily, when Internal Affairs sends a lawyer around to talk to the lawyers, it means someone screwed up.
You think it's you?
No.
Have you done anything wrong?
No.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I think so. I don't know. I've been very tired lately. Look, do me a favor, would you?
Sure.
Look, if she talks to you, if she mentions anything about Damatis, then... Damatis, the engineer, remember? My guy littering in the Admiral's tulip garden? Look, I may have cut a few corners. Would you cover me?
Sure.
Yeah?
I don't know what you're talking about, but sure, no problem.
Damatis, alright, he's an engineer.
Littering the Admiral's turnip garden.
Tulips!
Okay.
Where are you going?
I'm representing an incident that bought and smoked $10 worth of oregano.
You thought it was weed?
I can only hope.
Look, so you're not concerned?
What is he gonna get charged with? Possession of a condiment? He'll get a C misdemeanor. 15 days restricted duty.
I'm talking about the lady from Internal Affairs. You're not concerned?
My softball team's playing Bethesda Medical tomorrow. I can't be concerned with anything right now. I'll see you at lunch.
Lieutenant Commander Joanne Galloway, sir.
Captain Whitaker, come on in.
I appreciate you seeing me on such short notice.
Vronsky said you're reopening a case.
Yes, sir.
Ah, Vronsky and I go way back.
He speaks very highly of you, sir.
Yeah, that's bullshit, right?
Yes, sir.
I know you, don't I?
I don't believe we formally met.
You work at Internal Affairs.
Yes, sir.
I hate Internal Affairs.
Yes, sir.
And you're a woman.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's all right.
Thank you, sir.
You were the one that recycled those 14B misdemeanors last winter.
That may have been me.
14B misdemeanors. Drunk and disorderlies. We haven't closed.
Well, no, sir, you didn't. The blue copies of the charge sheets weren't filed to division with the IC1.
Who gives a shit?
My boss, the Judge Advocate General?
Oh, he doesn't care any more than I do. It was you.
There are rules, sir. I'm sure you understand.
Okay. Are you here to bother anybody?
No, absolutely not. Well, only if necessary.
What can I do for you?
There are 2 prisoners being held in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. They pleaded guilty to murder 2, conspiracy to commit, and conduct unbecoming. Over the weekend, I petitioned Captain Brodsky to deny the guilty pleas and have the prisoners moved up here to Washington to be assigned counsel.
What was the problem with the guilty pleas? Somebody misspelled conspiracy?
No, sir. The prisoners pleaded guilty to murder at 3 o'clock in the morning in a 20-minute interview in which neither had an attorney present.
So Brodsky's bringing them up to Washington.
You'll be receiving a memo from division instructing you to assign a lawyer from your department. Which brings me to why I'm here.
Yes.
I would like a favor.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
What's the favor?
I would like you to assign a lawyer from outside of your department.
Why?
Because I'm a lawyer from outside of your department.
Oh, and don't think I'm not grateful.
I have a letter of recommendation from Captain Bronsky.
You're an investigator. Why do you want to get mixed up in grunt work?
I don't consider it grunt work, sir.
It's a 5-minute plea bargain and a week of paperwork.
I would look forward to it with relish, sir.
And can I ask, do you always talk as if your dialogue's been written by somebody who's not very good at it?
I apologize if my over-eagerness is grating, sir.
It's not. It's endearing. You could have a career as a cartoon squirrel.
I just want to make sure this case is handled properly.
Have you done litigation before?
First year in the Jack Court.
How many cases did you handle?
Altogether,
Yes.
6.
How'd you do?
From what perspective?
Your clients.
Not well.
Okay.
Excuse me, Isaac, this just came for you from Division.
But those cases were lost in their merits, sir.
Oh, this is Lieutenant Commander Joanne Galloway.
Oh, really?
How do you do?
Really enjoyed last Christmas.
That'd be all.
So, what do you say?
Commander, may I call you Joanne?
Yes, please.
Joanne, you seem like a fairly harmless, neurotic person.
I appreciate that.
And I'd like to help you out, but there are 2 things preventing me. The first is that while I sincerely believe in your current assignment in internal affairs, you do a thoroughly exceptional job. I have a hunch that as a litigator, you know, not so much.
Well, yes, but I've learned a lot
And Division already assigned an attorney.
What?
They've already chosen someone. I don't know what they're thinking. It's out of my hands now. They want you to brief the man. Apparently you have some letters and documents.
Yes.
We have a staff meeting at 3. I'll be giving out assignments then. Drop by. Do your thing. Try not to make anyone cry.
Yes, sir.
Tough break.
Thank you, sir.
You can call me Isaac.
And what's the name of the attorney?
Ted Hood, I'll throw it in.
Cappy.
You're gonna get you a lawyer. You're gonna bring it to Washington, D.C. Get you a lawyer that's gonna ask you some questions. I want you to know something about these lawyers. They don't care about anything. They don't care about honor or loyalty. They don't care about Colonel Jessup or Lieutenant Kendrick. They don't care about me. They don't care about you. They're clowns. Which is why, so help me God, they're the only ones that can save you right now. I want you boys to be smart. Talk to your lawyer.
I'd settle for the OTH. It's his 4th UA. You're not going to do any better than that.
See, I don't think I need to settle for the OTH. If I file a motion to suppress, I can
A motion to suppress?
Absolutely.
On what grounds?
Grounds?
Take the OTH.
Excuse me, sorry I'm late.
I'm sure you have a good excuse.
No, I just didn't really care enough about this meeting to be on time.
He's kidding. Commander Galloway, this is Lieutenant Cappy.
How do you do?
You're a JG.
I'm sorry?
This is the attorney division assigned?
Yes.
I wrote a 17-page memo to Captain Bronsky outlining the entire situation. I was in his living room for half an hour on a Sunday afternoon pleading my case, and division assigned a lieutenant junior grade?
Have I come at a bad time?
Commander Galloway is from Internal Affairs.
Whatever Sam did with that guy in the tulip garden, it wasn't his fault. He was tired. How's that?
Thanks very much.
Sam has a baby at home, and he's sure just about to say her first word any day now.
How do you know?
She just looks like she has something to say.
She's 14 months old. What could she have to
You
say?
got a pool going if you want to get in on it. $10, pick a word off the grid.
What's left?
Rosebud.
Captain, with all due respect.
Yes. Let's get started. Danny, Commander Galloway's here because you've been detailed by division.
Ooh.
Detail do what?
Detailed to handle this. Everybody listen up. Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. A Marine, Private First Class William Santiago, writes a letter claiming he knows the name of a Marine on the base who illegally fired a round from his weapon over the fence line. Santiago ends the letter by saying he wants to transfer off the base in exchange for the identity of the Marine.
What's a fence line?
Sam.
It's a great big wall that separates the good guys from the bad guys.
Okay.
The guy firing over the fence line was Santiago's squad leader, Lance Corporal Harold Dawson. The fence line shooting was, however, besides the point.
What's the point?
Santiago's dead.
What happened?
Dawson and another member of the squad, Private First Class Loudon Downey, entered Santiago's room, tied his hands and his feet, and stuffed a rag into his mouth. Oh, the doctor said the rag must have been treated with some kind of toxin.
They poisoned the rag?
Nah, not according to them.
What do they say?
Not much. They're bringing him up tomorrow morning. Thursday at 0600, you'll catch a transport down to Cuba for the day to find out what you can. Commander Galloway here will fill you in on the rest. Any questions so far?
Was that 0600 in the morning, sir?
Division wants me to assign backup. Any volunteers?
Nope.
Sam,
Sir, I have a pile of work on my desk. It's not getting any smaller.
work with Kathy on this.
Doing what?
Various administrative, things, backup, whatever.
So in other words, I have no responsibilities whatsoever?
Right.
No, that's my kind of case.
Lieutenant Kathy, how long have you been in the Navy?
I beg your pardon?
How long have you been in the Navy?
Going on 9 months now.
Have you ever been inside of a courtroom?
I once had my driver's license suspended.
Captain, this is absurd.
Danny, Commander, if this thing ever went to court, those Marines wouldn't need a lawyer. They'd need a priest.
No, they'd need a lawyer.
Isaac, I'd like to say for the record that this is the least fun I've had at one of your staff meetings.
Lieutenant Caffey is one of our best litigators in our office. He has successfully plea bargained 44 cases in less than a year.
One morning I get a set of steak knives.
One of the people you'll be speaking to down there is the barracks CO, Colonel Nathan Jessup. I assume you've heard of him?
Sam?
He's been in the papers a lot lately. He's expected to be appointed Director of Operations for the NSC, Golden Boy of the Corps. Very big inside the DoD.
How does one get very big inside the DoD? Is he touring? Did he cut an album?
On top is a list of inventory of Santiago's footlocker on the night that he died. 4 pairs of camouflage pants, 3 pairs of long-sleeve khaki shirts, 3 pairs of short-sleeve khaki shirts, 3 pairs of boots, 4 pairs of black socks, 4
Commander?
pairs of... Yeah?
Okay. I'm not sure how socks and underwear are going to figure too heavily into this defense.
I'm saying we need to make sure his personal belongings are returned to his family after they've cleared evidence.
Gotcha. Sam, you're in charge of socks and underwear.
Oh, that's a good thing I went to school for 21 years.
These are all the letters that Santiago wrote in his 8 months at Gitmo.
Oh, that's Guantanamo
I
Bay.
knew that one.
He wrote to his recruiter, HQ Atlantic, the commandant of the Marine Corps, even a senator. He wanted to be transferred off that base, but nobody was listening. You with me?
Yeah.
Finally, he wrote this letter, where he offered information about Corporal Dawson's fence line shooting in exchange for a transfer. This is the only physical evidence establishing a motive for Dawson to want to kill Santiago.
Right. And Santiago is who?
The victim.
Write that down. Am I right assuming that these letters don't paint a flattering picture of Santiago's treatment by the Marine Corps?
Well, yes, but among
Am I
other
also
things...
right assuming that a protracted investigation might lead to a little embarrassment for Sinatra?
Who?
The base commander, the guy that's hot at the Pentagon.
Colonel Nathan Jessup, yes.
12 years.
I'm sorry?
I'll get it knocked down to involuntary manslaughter. 12 years, they'll probably be home in 7.
You haven't spoken to a witness or even looked at a piece of paper.
Pretty impressive.
Either that or criminally stupid. Can you guess which one I'm thinking
All right,
now?
kids, Joe,
Sir,
get
man, do you have some sort of jurisdiction here I should know about?
I'm Special Counsel for Internal Affairs, Lieutenant. My jurisdiction is pretty much in your face. Read the letters. Thank you for your time, Isaac.
You're not leaving already, are you?
Oh yes, I have to audit the paperwork on an engineer who was found littering in the Admiral's tulip garden. It seems like someone forgot to dot a few I's.
Hey, Sam, I think she's talking about you.
You think?
The two of you, don't get cute down there. The Marines in Guantanamo are fanatical
About what?
Dear sir,
about being Marines.
look, my name is Private First Class William T. Santiago. I'm a Marine stationed at Marine Barracks, Windward, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. And I'm just writing to inform you my problems and just to ask you for help, sir. Because I've been mistreated since the very first day I've arrived. I've been punished for passing on a runs with a doctor just says that I have heat exhaustion. And this is just one incident of mistreatment. And I could say many more, but I don't want to take up any more of your time than I'm allowed to. I've written so many letters before, and I've got nothing back, so I must try something else. I know of an illegal fence line shooting that took place 4 nights ago. A member of my unit illegally discharged his weapon into Cuban territory, and I will give his name in exchange for a transfer. I just ask for you to help me. Please, sir. I just need to be transferred out of RSC.
Excuse me, sir. Captain Markinson and Lieutenant Kendrick to see you.
Thank you, Tom.
Morning, Colonel.
Matthew, John, take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
1,000 hours, already hot enough to melt the brass right off the copper. I just had a Navy guy in here telling me we're lucky. After all, Colonel, it's dry heat. Dry heat, 107 degrees outside. How am I supposed to feel about that? Matthew, you've been here the longest. Tell me. Is this about as hot as it gets, or am I actually trapped in hell?
Yeah, this is as bad as it's been since maybe 84, Colonel.
84 was pretty bad, huh?
Yes, sir. Got up to 119 degrees.
Ah, capering, half in smoke and half in fire. That's Moby Dick, gentlemen. John, when I quote Melville, you don't have to nod your head up and down like you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
I won't regard you as less of a man because you're not well read.
Thank you, sir.
I mean that, John.
We appreciate it, sir.
119 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes, sir.
You must have had Marines passing out right and left.
No, sir. The men were fine.
Nobody passed out?
Not that I recall, sir.
Nobody got dizzy or hyperventilated?
No,
There
sir.
was no heat exhaustion?
No, sir.
Impressive.
Yes, sir.
You know why none of those Marines passed out back in 84, Jonathan? Even though it was 119 degrees Fahrenheit by Captain Markinson's reckoning, you know why those Marines stayed on the job?
Why, sir?
Because that's what they're fucking trained to do!
Yes, sir.
Who the fuck is PFC William T. Santiago?
Officer on deck, Tan Hut.
Good morning. I'm Lieutenant Commander Joanne Galloway.
Ma'am, Lance Corporal Harold W. Dawson, ma'am. Marine Barracks, Rifle Security Company, Windward.
Ma'am, Private First Class, Loudon Downey, ma'am.
Stand easy. I work with the Navy JAG Corps. I'm the one who had you guys brought up here. Just wanted to stop in and see if there was anything you needed, or if you had any questions. I know it can be a little confusing and frightening, so do you have any questions, anything you
Ma'am.
need?
Permission to speak?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, you see, I got some Spider-Mans and Batmans sitting in my foot locker, ma'am, and I think somebody will dog them for sure if they're not secured by now.
Do you think this is a joke?
Ma'am,
How about you? Do you think this is a joke?
No, it's not a joke, ma'am.
I apologize to the commander. I didn't mean nothing by it about the books, ma'am. I really didn't.
You
mean
read
nothing
your
by it.
Article 31 rights. Did you understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
Say you understand
Ma'am,
them.
I understood them, ma'am.
Can I get an MP? I'm going to talk to Private Downey alone for a moment. Could you take Corporal Dawson into a holding room?
Aye, aye, Commander. All right, let's move. Hey, asshole! I said move it!
Ma'am, permission to be dismissed.
You're dismissed. Have a seat. Hi. Your only living relative is Ginny Miller, your aunt on your mother's side, is that right? Ginny Miller?
Yes, ma'am.
She hasn't been contacted yet. Would you like me to take care of that for you? I'll take care of that for you. Private, do you know why you're here?
This is where the guard told me to sit, ma'am.
Loudon, may I call you Loudon?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know where you are? Do you know why you've been arrested?
Willie died, ma'am.
But why? Was it an accident? Did you guys mean to do it? Loudon, I know about code reds.
Ma'am?
Was it a code red? I can help you.
You know, I actually really don't need those books at all. You can have them if you like. I can give them to you.
Loudon, you're gonna have to talk to somebody, okay? They're gonna try to pin you with intent, saying that it's retaliation for Santiago snitching on Dawson's fence line shooting. Which it wasn't. Was it?
May I have permission to speak?
Sure.
Are you our lawyer?
No. I'm a lawyer, but I am not the one representing you.
Okay, because Captain Markinson, he told us to speak to our lawyer. That's what he told us to do.
All right, man out first, one down. Let's go for two. Hit a few out to Sherby. Get your glove down. Sherby, you gotta get your glove down. Put some dirt on that ball. All right, let's do it again. Man out first, one down.
Excuse me.
1 second. Hey, Sherby, you gotta trust me on this. If you keep your eyes open while the ball's coming towards you, your chances of catching the ball increase by a factor of 10. You want to suit up? We need all the help we can
No,
get.
I can't throw or catch things.
That's too bad, because neither can any
I
of
wanted to
these-
talk to you about Dawson and Downey.
I've done something wrong, haven't I?
I'm just wondering why two men have been in a cell since this morning while their lawyer is outside hitting a ball.
We need to practice.
That's not funny.
That was kind of fun.
Lieutenant, would you be offended if I recommend to your supervisor that he assign different counsel?
Why?
I don't know how to say this without possibly hurting your feelings, but I don't think you're fit to handle the defense.
You don't even know me. Ordinarily, it takes someone hours to discover I'm not fit to handle a defense. I think there are people that would have thought that was funny.
I do know you. And I know who your father was. And I know you went to Harvard Law on a Navy scholarship, and you're probably just treading water for the 3 years you have to serve. You know, just lying low until you can get out and get a real job. And if that's the case, that's fine. I won't tell anyone. But it's my feeling that if you handle this case in the same fast food, slick-ass, Persian bazaar manner in which you seem to handle everything else, something is going to get missed. And then I wouldn't be doing my job if I allowed Dawson and Downey to spend any more time in prison than absolutely necessary just because their lawyer predetermined the path of least resistance.
I may be picking a bad time, but are you seeing anyone? Because I think you and I...
Shut up!
Yes, ma'am.
I don't believe your clients murdered anyone.
Well, we're going to take their word for it, don't you think?
I'm saying I don't believe there was any intent.
The doctor's report says Santiago died of asphyxiation brought on by acute lactic acidosis. And the nature of the acidosis strongly suggests poisoning. I don't know what most of this means, but it sounds pretty bad.
The doctor's wrong.
That's a relief. I thought I was going to have to lie on liar, liar, pants on fire.
Kathy.
Look, I'm on top of the whole Dawson and Donnelly thing.
Downey.
Downey.
I'll go speak to your supervisor.
I understand. You go up Pennsylvania Avenue. It's that big white house with the pillars in front.
Thank you.
But I don't think you have much luck. I was detailed by division, remember? Somebody over there is under the impression I'm a good lawyer. So while I appreciate your interest and admire your enthusiasm, I think I can handle things myself at this point.
Hey, do you know what a code red is?
I'm appalled.
No, I don't.
Find out.
You're appalled. Yes, sir.
Well, that's awfully strong language, Matthew. Maybe you better cool off before you work yourself up into a laugh. Santiago has written letters to everybody but Santa Claus complaining about his treatment here in Shangri-La. He broke the chain of command. He threatened to rat out a member of his unit, a member of his squad, for Christ's sake. To say nothing of the fact that he is a United States Marine, and it would appear that he can't run from here to there without passing out from heat exhaustion. What the hell is going on over at Windward, Matthew?
Colonel, I think it might be more appropriate if we had this discussion in private, sir.
That won't be necessary, Colonel. I can handle the problem.
Like the way you handled Curtis Barnes? You're making a mistake.
My methods of leadership are what brought me to this base.
Don't interrupt me, Lieutenant. I'm still your superior officer.
And I'm yours, Matthew. Now I want to know what we're going to do about this.
Colonel, we need to transfer Private Santiago, sir. Right away. Now.
Transfer Santiago.
Yes, sir.
I suppose you're right, yeah. I suppose that's the thing to do. Wait. I've got a better idea. Let's transfer the whole squad off the base. Yeah, we better do that. You know, on second thought, Windward. The entire Windward division. Let's transfer them off the base. John, go on out there and get those boys down off the fence. They're packing their bags. Tom?
Sir.
Get me the president on the phone. We're surrendering our position in Cuba.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute, Tom. Don't get the president just yet. Maybe that's the wrong thing to do. Maybe you should let us consider this for a moment. Dismiss, Tom. Maybe, instead of giving up because a Marine made a mistake, maybe we should train Santiago. What do you think? I'm just spitballing here, but maybe we, as officers, have a responsibility to this country to see to it that the men and women charged with its security are properly trained professionals. And maybe we have that same responsibility to the other members of the Marine Corps. Yes, I'm certain I once read something like that. And now I'm trying to think about how I might feel if a Marine got hurt or killed because a PFC in my command didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And this brief meditation has brought me around to the thinking that your suggestion of transferring Private Santiago, while expeditious and certainly painless, might not be, in a manner of speaking, the American way. Santiago stays right where he is. We're going to train the lad. John, you're in charge. Santiago doesn't make 4646 on his next ProCon report, then I'm going to blame you. And then I'm going to kill you.
Colonel, you're making a mistake.
Matthew, I think I will have that word in private with you now. John, that's all. Why don't you and I have dinner at the O Club, and we can talk about how to train the private.
I'd be delighted, sir.
Dismiss, John. Matthew, sit, please. What do you think of Kendrick?
Nathan, this isn't personal for me. My opinion of John Kendrick has nothing to do with...
I think he's pretty much of a weasel myself.
Yes.
But you know what? He's an awfully good officer. And in the end, we see eye to eye on the best way to run a Marine Corps unit. We're in the business of saving lives, Matt. Every degree that we allow ourselves to fall of that block of perfection, more people die. And I believe that taking a Marine who's a weak link and packing him off to some other assignment without giving him the proper training it's the same thing as sending some kid out into the jungle with a weapon that backfires. Sit down, Matthew. Now, I'm just a little bit younger than you, and if that's been the source of tension or embarrassment, well, I don't give a shit. We're in the business of saving lives, Captain Markinson. Don't you ever question my orders in front of another officer again.
Officer on deck, Tan Hut!
Hi.
Sir, Lance Corporal Harold W. Dawson, sir.
Somebody hasn't been working and playing well with others, Harold.
Sir, Private First Class, Loudon Downey, sir.
I'm Daniel Caffey. I'm your attorney. This is Sam Weinberg. He's from AC Nielsen Media Research. He's going to talk to you about your viewer preferences in the Caribbean Command. You can sit down now. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to call me sir. Is this your signature?
Sir, yes, sir.
And you certainly don't have to do it twice in one sentence. What's a code red?
Sir?
You really don't have to call me sir. What's a code red?
Sir, code red is a disciplinary engagement.
What's that?
Sir, a Marine falls out of line. It's the responsibility of the men in his unit to get him back on track.
You know this?
It's like a hazing.
What's a garden variety code red?
Sir?
Harold, you say sir, I turn around, I look for my father. Garden variety, typical. What's a basic code red?
Sir, a Marine refuses to bathe on a regular basis. The men in the squad would give him a GI shower.
What's that?
Scrub brushes, Brillo pads, steel wool.
Beautiful.
Was the attack at Santiago code red?
Yes, sir.
Does he ever talk?
Sir, Private Downey will answer any direct questions you have for him, sir.
Swell. It says in the report you guys denied putting poison on the rag. What was it you were gonna do?
Sir,
What was the code red supposed to be?
we were just gonna shave his head. Sir. We were just gonna shave his head.
When all of a
There was
sudden...
blood dripping out of his mouth, so we pulled the gag out.
Was there more blood?
All down his face, sir. When Corporal Dawson called the ambulance.
Wait, you called the ambulance?
Yes, sir.
That wasn't in the report.
We were never asked about it, sir.
Were you there when the ambulance got there?
Yes, sir. That's when we were taken under arrest, sir.
Did anyone see you call the ambulance?
No, sir.
Harold, there's something I want to tell you. It's called attorney-client privilege. It means you can say whatever you want to us in here, and we're not allowed to repeat it without your permission. It's against the law. We took an oath. Took an oath, right, Sam?
Oh yeah.
Sam took the oath. It's against the law. Did you assault Santiago with the intent of killing him?
No, sir.
What was your intent?
To train him, sir.
Train him to do what?
Train him to think of his unit before himself. Train him to respect the code, sir.
What code?
Who cares?
No, what code?
Unit, corps, God, country.
Beg your pardon?
Our code is unit, corps, God, country. That's our code, sir.
Seems to be working out well for you.
We'll be back. Is there anything you guys need? Books, papers, cigarettes, ham sandwich?
Sir, no thank you, sir.
Hey, Harold. There's a concert you better start warming up to.
Sir?
I'm the only friend you got.
Dan Caffey.
Smiling Jack Ross.
I hope for Dawson and Downey's sake you practice law better than you play softball.
Unfortunately for Dawson and Downey, I don't do anything better than I play softball. What are we looking at?
They plead to manslaughter, I'll drop the conspiracy and the bad conduct. 20 years. They'll be home in half that time.
I want 12.
I can't do that.
They called the ambulance, Jack.
I don't care if they call the Avon lady. They killed a Marine.
The rag was tested for poison. The initial ER and COD reports all say the same thing. Maybe not.
The chief of internal medicine at the Guantanamo Bay Naval Hospital says he's sure.
What do you know about code reds?
Shit. Are we off the record?
No.
Okay. I'll give you the 12 years. But before you go getting yourself into trouble down there, you should know this. The platoon commander, Lieutenant Jonathan Kendrick, had a meeting with the men and specifically told them not to touch Santiago.
I'll talk to you when I get back.
Do we have a deal?
Talk to me when I get back. Come on in!
Thank you.
Any luck getting me replaced?
Is there anyone in this command that you don't either drink with or play softball with?
Say, command.
Oh, call me Joe. please.
Joe, I have no inbred hostility towards you. I really don't. But if you ever speak to a client of mine again without my permission, I'll have you disbarred.
Well, I had authorization.
From where?
Downey's closest living relative, Ginny Miller, his aunt on his mother's side.
You got authorization, man, Jitty.
I gave her a call. I thought she might be concerned. Perfectly within my province.
You got authorization, man, Jitty.
She's a lovely woman. We talked for about an hour.
Hey, does Aunt Ginny have a barn? Hey, maybe we could sew up some costumes. We can have the trial. Oh, wait, hey, maybe Uncle Goober could be the judge.
Oh, more good news. So my office has been encouraging me to get out of district and observe our lawyers in the field. Guess where I'm going tomorrow.
The target range?
I'm going to Cuba with you tomorrow.
And the hits just keep on coming.
She is asleep. Now listen, when Laura gets home, you're my witness. The baby spoke. My daughter said a word.
Hey, a sound. I'm not sure if it was a word.
Oh, come on, it was a word.
Okay.
Look, you heard her. She sat here, pointed, and said, Pa. My baby said, Pa.
She was pointing at a doorknob.
Yeah, pointing as if to say, Pa, look, a doorknob.
Jack Ross came to see me today. He offered me the 12 years.
It's what you wanted.
I know, man. I mean, like, guess, like... I'll take it.
So?
It took about 45 seconds. He barely put up a fight.
Danny, take the 12 years. It's a gift.
You don't believe their story, do you? You think they should go to jail for the rest of their lives.
I believe every word they said. And I think they should go to jail for the rest of their lives.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, hey, don't forget to wear your whites. It's hot down there.
I don't look good in whites.
Nobody looks good in whites, but we're going to Cuba in July. You have Dramamine?
Dramamine keeps you cool?
You get sick when you fly.
I get sick when I fly because I'm afraid of crashing into a large mountain. I don't think Dramamine will help.
Oh, I have some oregano. I hear that works pretty good.
Yeah. You know, Ross said the strangest thing to me right before I left. He said the platoon commander, Lieutenant Jonathan Kendrick, had a meeting with the men and specifically told them not to touch Santiago.
So?
I never mentioned Kendrick. I don't even know who he is. What the hell? Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Players, front and center! Report!
Sir, Corporal Dunn, Alpha Squad, present, sir.
Sir Corporal Hammaker, Bravo's present. Sir Corporal Howard, Charlie's present.
Sir Lance Corporal Dawson, Delta's present less 2.
Private Santiago's been excused from this meeting. Where's Private Downey?
Downey ran into the switch, sir. His Jeep blew out. He and Pickup are making it back by foot.
Pass on my words to Private Downey. Anything I say to squad leaders at this meeting is to be considered a direct order to the members of your squads. Is that clear?
Sir, yes, sir!
Revelations 2. I know thy works and thy labors, and how thou canst not bear them which say they are evil, and thou hast tried them which say they are apostles, and hast found them to be liars. If you have a problem, you're a PFC, who do you take that problem to?
Sir, you're a corporal, sir!
If you are a corporal and you have a problem, who do you take that problem to?
Sir, you're sergeant, sir!
Private Santiago of Delta Squad has laid waste our priorities and made wretched our code. Priorities.
Unit, Corps, God, Country!
Code.
Unit, Corps, God, Country!
What are we here to fight for?
Unit, Corps, God, Country!
What are we here to fight for?
Unit, Corps, God, Country!
Do you need someone from outside this unit to show you how to be good?
Sir, no, sir!
Do you need someone from outside this unit to show you how to be right?
Sir, no, sir!
Corporal Dunn.
Sir!
Think you and the boys of Alpha Squad can show Santiago how to be right?
Sir, yes, sir!
Anybody in Alpha goes near him, you'll answer to me. Is that clear?
Sir?
Is that clear?
Sir, yes, sir!
Alpha's dismissed! Corporal Hummaker.
Sir!
About my brave men at Bravo. I bet I turn this over to your boys and Santiago's a Marine by sunrise, am I right?
Sir, yes, sir!
Bravo touches him, and you'll all be filled in sandbags so you beg for mercy! Dismissed! Corporal Howard.
Sir!
I have 2 things to say to you. The first is that I believe in my heart that you and the men of Charlie Squad are outstanding Marines, that your influence over the private would be invaluable. The second is that the government of the United States maintains a military installation in the Arctic Circle, and you and the men of Charlie find yourselves screaming icicles off the igloos in a heartbeat if you so much as look funny at the private. Is that clear?
Yes, sir!
No code reds, is that clear?
Sir, yes, sir!
No code reds, is that clear?
Sir, yes, sir!
No code reds, is that clear?
Sir, yes, sir!
Dismissed! Lance Corporal Dawson.
Sir!
It's Cappy and Weinberg?
Yeah?
I'm Commander Galloway.
Corporal Howard, ma'am, I'm to escort you to the windward side of the base.
Thank you.
Got some camouflage jackets, sirs. I'll have to ask you both to put them on.
Camouflage jackets?
Yes, sir, it's regulations. We'll be riding pretty close to the fence. The Cubans see an officer wearing white. They think it's someone they might want to take a shot at.
Good call, Sam.
The Jeep's right over there, ma'am. We'll just hop on the ferry and be right there.
Oh, we gotta take a boat?
Yes, sir, to get to the other side of the bay.
Whitaker didn't say anything about taking a boat.
Is there a problem, sir?
No problem. I'm just not crazy about boats, that's
Jesus
all.
Christ, Cap, you're in the Navy for crying out loud. Can you pull yourself together?
Nobody likes her very much.
Yes, sir. Nathan Jessup, come on in.
Thank you. This is Commander Joanne Galloway. She's observing and evaluating.
How do you do?
Pleased to meet you, Commander.
Sam Weinberg. He has no responsibilities whatsoever.
Lieutenant. I've asked Captain Markinson and Lieutenant Kendrick to join us today. Matthew's my second in command, and Jonathan is XO for the Windward side.
Lieutenant Kathy, the pleasure of meeting your father once. I was a teenager. He spoke at my high school.
Lionel Caffey?
Yes, sir.
Well, Jiminy goddamn cricket! John, you're too young to know, but this man's dad once made a lot of enemies down in your neck of the woods. Jefferson v. Madison County School District. Folks down there said it was all right for kids to say the Lord's Prayer in the classroom, and Lionel Caffey said no. No, it was not. Tell you something else, if Adlai Stevenson had ever been elected president, you'd be standing here with the son of the Attorney General. How the hell is your dad?
Beg your pardon?
Still trying to overthrow the government?
Not any longer, sir.
Oh no, don't tell me he passed away.
Yes, sir.
I'm very sorry, son.
Thank you, sir. It was 7 years ago.
Well, don't I feel like the fucking asshole?
Not at all, sir.
Well, what can we do for you, Dan?
I'm afraid not much at all, sir. The Jaguar insists I interview all relevant witnesses.
The Jaguar can be demanding in that way.
Shouldn't take more than an hour.
John, check your watch. Go.
Help me! You're lucky it's us, Willie. It could be worse. Could be someone else.
Now, on the morning of the 6th, you were contacted by an NIS agent who said that Santiago had tipped him off to an illegal fence line shooting.
Yes.
Santiago was going to reveal the person's name in exchange for a transfer. Am I getting this right?
Yes.
Now, if I'm leaving out any details, please feel free to speak up.
Thank you.
Now, it's at this point you called Captain Markinson and Lieutenant Kendrick into your office.
Yes.
And then what happened?
We agreed that for his own safety, Santiago should be transferred off the base immediately.
Santiago was going to be transferred?
On the first available flight to the States. 6 o'clock the next morning. 6 hours too late, as it turned out.
Yeah. All right, I have no more questions. Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, wait a minute, I have a few questions.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Colonel, at 3 a.m., the attending physician, Commander Stone, was unable to determine the cause of death. Then, at 5 a.m., he said it was poison. Do you have any idea what may have persuaded him?
Well, you'd have to ask Dr. Stone.
Did you speak with the doctor between 3 and 5?
Of course I spoke with the doctor. One of my men was dead.
See? One of his men was dead. Let's go.
Lieutenant Kendrick, do you believe Private Santiago was murdered?
I beg your pardon?
I'm just curious. You knew all these men. Was Santiago murdered?
Commander, I believe in God and in His Son, Jesus Christ, and because I do, I can say this. Santiago's dead, and that's a tragedy. But he's dead because he had no code. He's dead because he had no honor. And God was watching. What do you make of that theory?
Sounds good. Let's go.
I don't like you people.
Oh, did you look at that? Another Christmas card I'm not going to get.
Colonel, have you ever heard the term Code Red?
Commander.
I was under the impression that Lieutenant Caffey was leading this investigation.
That's an easy mistake to make.
Colonel, I apologize.
Have you
She
ever
wasn't.
heard the term Code Red, sir?
I've heard the term, yes.
Colonel, this past February, you received a cautionary memo from the Commander-in-Chief of the Atlantic Fleet, warning that the practice of Code Reds was not to be condoned by officers.
Well, I submit to you that whoever wrote that memo has never served on the working end of a Soviet-made Cuban AK-47 assault rifle. However, the directive having come from the commander, I gave it its due attention. What's your point, Joe?
She has no point. She often has no point. It's part of her charm. Thank you. We're out of here. Let's go.
My point is, what looks like premeditated murder might have just been a botched up Code Red. Do Code Reds still happen on the space, Colonel?
Joe, the Colonel doesn't need to answer that.
Yes, he does.
No, he really doesn't.
Yes, he really does, Colonel.
Oh, it just hit me. It just hit me now. She outranked you, Danny.
Yes, sir.
I want to tell you something, and listen up, because I mean this. You're the luckiest man in the world. There is nothing on this earth sexier than a woman you have to salute in the morning. Promote them all, I say, because this is true. never gotten a blowjob from a superior officer. You are just letting the best in life pass you by.
Colonel, the practice of
So,
code red is
goddamn,
not
my problem is, you see, that I'm a colonel. So I guess I'll just have to keep on taking cold showers till they elect some old gal president.
I need an answer to my question, sir.
You'll get an answer.
I need it now.
Take caution in your tone, Commander. I'm a fair guy, but this fucking heat is making me absolutely crazy. You want to know about code reds? On the record, I tell you I discourage the practice in accordance with the commander's directive. Off the record, I tell you they are an invaluable part of close infantry training. And if they happen to go on without my knowledge, so be it. I run my unit how I run my unit. You want to investigate me, roll the dice and take your chances. I eat my breakfast 80 yards away from 4,000 Cubans who are trained to kill me. So don't think you can come down here and flash a badge and make me nervous.
Let's go.
Corporal's got the Jeep outside. They're taking it back to the flight line.
Thank you, Colonel. I'll just need a copy of that transfer order.
For the file?
Yeah, for the file. You guys got paperwork and that kind of thing. I just need it for the file.
Sure, you can have a copy of the transfer order for the file, Danny.
Thank you.
I'm here to help you in any way I can.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You believe that, don't you, Danny? That I'm here to help you in any way I can?
Sure.
Corporal will run you by personnel on your way out to the flight line. You can have all the transfer orders you want.
Thank you.
But you have to ask me nicely.
What was that?
You have to ask me nicely. See, I don't mind the bullets and the bombs and the blood, Danny. And I don't mind the heat and the stress and the fear. I don't want medals and I don't want money. What I do want is for you to stand there and in that faggoty white uniform and with your Harvard mouth, extend me some fucking courtesy. You gotta ask me nicely.
Don't do it, Danny.
Colonel, if it's not too much trouble, I'd like a copy of that transfer order. Sir.
No problem. First thing we do, kill all the lawyers.
Shakespeare.
I hate casualties, Matthew. Hate them. Marine smothers a grenade to save his platoon, and that Marine is doing his job. And there are casualties, even in victory. The fabric of the base, the foundation of the unit, the spirit of the Corps, these are all the things worth fighting for. And there's nobody who's ever put on the uniform who doesn't know what that means. I hate casualties. Dawson and Downey, they're smothering a grenade.
Just the same, sir. If I were you, I'd get myself a lawyer.
Why did you care that Santiago's writing a letter?
Sir,
I want to know why you care.
it was a code red, sir.
Colonel Jensen thinks you're full of shit. He doesn't think you were trying to train him. He thinks you're trying to kill him.
That's not true, sir.
What's true? Why do you care?
It was a code red, sir.
4,000 men on that base. None of them went into Santiago's room that night.
I was his squad leader. It was my job.
He was screwing up every day for 8 months. He never got a code red before that night. Why did you care that night?
Santiago broke the chain of
Now you
command.
him. Why'd you care?
Private Santiago broke the chain.
I don't want to hear about your chain of command. I don't want to hear about loyalty. And I don't want to hear about your bozo code of honor. Why did you give him a code red?
He broke the chain
You
of
know
command.
what I just said?
You need to learn how
Why
to
did you give him a
be
code
have
red?
responsibility.
Bullshit! Why did you do it?
Because God was watching.
What did Kendrick say to you?
God is watching, Lance Corporal Dawson, and he helps those who help themselves. And so do I. Get your house in order, Lance Corporal. Unit, Corps, God, country. And duty to self simply isn't part of the equation. Get your house in order so that these men can believe in you again. Get your house in order so that the Lord our God can look down on you and say, there is a United States Marine, and I will stand at his side. Get your house in order. And don't let anyone ever tell you we're not at war.
He gave you an order.
Yes, sir.
Kendrick ordered the code red.
Yes.
He told every other man at that meeting, and then he told you to. I gotta talk to the government prosecutor. You mind telling me why the hell you never mentioned this before?
You never asked us, sir.
Hey, Harold, cutie pie shit's not gonna win you a place in my heart. I get paid no matter how much time you spend in jail.
Yes, sir, I know you do, sir.
Fuck you, Harold! I'll be back later.
Hey, Kathy, what'd they say?
I want you to stop following me. I want you to get off my back, and I want you to get off this case.
Markinson went UA.
What?
Unauthorized
I know what it
access.
means. When?
Tonight, after we left. What'd they say?
Alright, talk to him in the morning.
I already tried. Nobody can find him. What'd they say?
You already tried? Do you understand the meaning of interfering with a government investigation?
Yes, I do. But I'm not. Because I'm now Loudon Downey's attorney.
What the hell are you talking about?
Aunt Ginny, she feels like she's known me for years and she would feel way more comfortable if I was directly involved in the case. Loudon signed the papers about half an hour ago. But don't worry, I will not make a motion for separation. You're still lead counsel. I defer to your skills as a litigator. Now, what did they say?
You frightened me. I'm involved in a situation in which the stakes couldn't be higher. I am not going to take time out to give tutorials in criminal procedures to an internal affairs schoolgirl who doesn't know what the fuck she's doing.
Oh, I just love when you sugar talk me, Danny. Now, what did they say?
Kendrick gave them an order.
Oh, what do we do now?
Flying Jack Ross.
The other men in the platoon.
I don't need
Alpha,
to.
Bravo, Charlie, they all say the same
They weren't
thing.
there. Kendrick dismissed the rest of the platoon. You talked to Kendrick.
I already talked to Kendrick. I told you this before you went down there. He denies everything.
Wait. He talked to Kendrick?
Yeah,
You talked to
I
Kendrick?
didn't think anything about
Why
it.
did you think there was anything to
Joe,
deny?
Joe.
I had a suspicion.
Oh, you had.
It's
Okay,
not
you had
important
suspicion
now.
and chose
It's
not
not-
to share it with anyone?
It was just a... Who is she?
Maynard Galloway is Loudon Downey's attorney. She's very pleased to meet you.
Ebenezer Galloway?
Okay, look. I
You
don't
wanna
want
charge me with
How are you
something,
getting
man?
information? 12, 24, 48 hours.
Do you
before
want
we
to
even
charge me
get
with
to-
something?
Hey, everybody! In the interest of justice, let's all take a deep knee bend.
Joe, Lieutenant Ross didn't know about the order because if he did and he hadn't told us, he knows he'd be violating about 14 articles of code of ethics. As it is, he's got enough to worry about. God forbid our clients decide to plead not guilty and testify for the record that these things happen every day.
Lieutenant Kendrick specifically told the men...
And then he specifically told Dawson and Downey to shave his head.
That's not what Kendrick said.
Well, Kendrick is crazy, Kendrick is mean, and Kendrick is lying.
You have proof?
I have the defendants.
And I have 23 men who aren't accused of murder, and a Marine lieutenant with 4 letters of commendation.
Why did Markinson go UA?
We'll never know.
You don't think I can speak on Markinson?
You can try, but you won't find him.
What are you talking about, Jack?
You know what Markinson did for the first 17 of his 21 years in the Corps? CIC, Danny. Counterintelligence. Markinson's gone. There is no Markinson. Look, Colonel Jessup Starr is on the rise, and they're giving me a lot of room to spare from embarrassment.
How much room?
I can knock it all down to assault and bad conduct. 2 years. Home in 6 months.
He's got a PR problem, Danny, and can't afford to go to court.
Which is lucky for you, because you're turning green at the thought of it. Yes, taking this to court would be bad for me. It would be bad for the Corps, and I'd be held responsible for how the officers were treated as witnesses. But you go to court, and the boys go away for 40
Jack,
years.
come on.
Are we clear on that? We have to be clear on that. Once we go outside this room, I have to put the hammer down. They'll be charged with a boatload, murder, conspiracy, conduct unbecoming. And in a courtroom, you lose this case. Please, Danny. I'm your friend, and I'm telling you, I think Kendrick is lying, and I don't think your boys belong in jail. But I don't get to make that decision. I represent the people, without passion. And the people have a case. Just tell them to plead to assault. All in all, it's not a bad week's work for the defense. That's the end of this negotiation. 9 o'clock tomorrow. I'll see you at the arraignment.
deal. I think you guys are going to be happy. Plead guilty to assault, and the government prosecutor recommend 2 years with probation after 6 months. Wow, Cappy, you're such a good lawyer. How can we ever thank you? Just doing my job, fellas. You guys hear what I said? You guys are gonna be home in 6 months. Fellas?
I'm afraid we can't do that, sir.
Do what?
Make a deal, sir.
What are you talking about?
We did nothing wrong. We were doing our jobs. If that has consequences, then I'll accept them, but I'm not going to say I'm guilty, sir.
Did she put you up to this?
No.
We have a code, sir.
Well, zippity dude! You plead not guilty, you'll be in jail for the rest of your life. You do what I say, you'll be home in 6 months.
Sir, permission to speak?
Speak! Holy shit!
What do we do then?
When?
After 6 months. We get a dishonorable discharge, right?
Probably.
Well, what do we do then?
What?
We didn't join the Corps because we felt like it. We joined because it was a life decision. We wanted to live by a code, sir, and we found it in the Corps. And now you're asking us to sign a piece of paper that says we have no honor? You're asking us to say we're not Marines? The court decides whatever we did was wrong, I'll accept whatever punishment that they give. But I will not dishonor myself, my unit, or the Corps so I go home in 6 months! Sir!
You guys are freak shows. I'm not going to talk to Dawson anymore. He's going to go to jail to spite me, and I want him to get a new lawyer.
Alright, well then we make a motion tomorrow of the arraignment. Judge will ask for the plea, we move to an 802 conference, and you explain the whole thing.
And that's that.
Oh yeah, one thing though, Danny. When you ask the judge for new counsel, be sure and ask nicely.
What do you want from me?
I want you to let them be judged. I want you to stand up and make an argument.
An argument that didn't work for Calais at My Lai, and an argument that didn't work for the Nazis at Nuremberg.
Christ's sake, Sam, do you really think that's the same as 2 teenage Marines executing a routine order that they never thought would result in harm? These guys aren't the Nazis.
Don't now, Danny, but you're making an argument.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning I'll get them a new lawyer.
Why are you so afraid to be a lawyer?
Look.
Were Daddy's expectations really that high?
Hey!
Dawson and Daddy will have their day in court, but they'll have it with another attorney.
Another attorney won't be good enough. They need you.
Why?
Because you know how to win. I know how to fight, but you know how to win.
I know the law.
You know nothing about the law. You're a used car salesman, Daniel. You're an ambulance chaser with a rank. Live with that.
Hey, Sam. Why does a junior grade with 6 months experience and a track record for plea bargaining get singled out to handle a murder case? Maybe to make sure it never sees the inside of a courtroom? They got you in separate cells now, huh?
Yes, sir.
You want to hear a joke? You ever hear that Japanese pilot that hated jazz? He bombed Pearl Bailey. I was 99% sure you weren't gonna laugh at that. You want some milk? Go for the teeth and bones.
Sir, no thank you, sir.
Oh, Harold. I think you got
It's 6 months. It's nothing. It's a hockey season. I mean, in the end, what difference does it make?
Do you think we were right?
Doesn't matter what I think.
Do you think we were right?
It doesn't matter right and wrong.
Yes, it is. It always is. People like you say that, but it is. Do you think we were guilty?
What do you mean people like me say?
Do you think we were guilty?
I think you'd lose.
Such a coward, I can't believe they let you wear a uniform.
You're gonna Leavenworth, and there's nothing I can do about it. I could have gotten you 6 months, and I am not gonna feel responsible for you. MP! What happened to saluting an officer when he's leaving the room?
All right, where are we? Docket number 411275 VR-5, United States versus Lance Corporal Harold W. Dawson and Private First Class Loudon Downey. Defendants are charged with the following: murder in the second degree, conspiracy to commit murder, and conduct unbecoming a United States Marine.
Are the defendants ready to enter a plea?
Yeah. They're not guilty.
Enter a plea of not guilty for the defendants. This court will now be adjourned until 1000 hours, 1 week from today, at which point we will reconvene as a general court-martial. I'd like to see counsel in my chambers now.
And hut!
Say, boys.
Yes, sir.
Don't look at me and say yes, sir, like if I just asked if you cleaned the latrine. You're not in the Marines right now. You're in jail. Don't speak to anyone except the three of us. Get some rest. You're dismissed.
Danny!
They were following an order.
And a legal order!
You think these guys know what a legal order is? I don't even know what that is.
Look, any decent human being knows that you
You're
don't...
not permitted to question orders, period.
So then what's the secret? What are the magic words? Because I give orders every day. Nobody follows them.
We work where there are marching bands and softball games. They work where you gotta wear camouflage or you might get shot. What are you looking at?
I'm just wondering, what made you change your mind?
Not you.
Look, the law says you can't do what they did, and it's as simple as that.
It's not as simple as that. We're defense counsel. We position the truth. What'd they teach you?
To tell the truth, not position
They
it.
taught you wrong.
Alright, we're wasting time.
Hey, kitten, I'll decide how time is spent now it's wasted. You got a problem with that? Downey can stand a separate trial.
You're still an asshole, you know.
We're working my place every night, 7 o'clock. Joe, before you come over, pick up a carton of legal pads, half a dozen box of red pens, half a dozen box of blue pens. Sam, pick up a couple of card tables and some desk lamps. I'm going to work on the medical profile, and I'll need the pro-con reports on Dawson, Downey, and Santiago.
I'll get them.
Sam, you're going to prepare Dawson, razor-sharp order taker, Stepford Marine.
Okay.
Joe, work with Downey 2 hours a day. Get him to stop squinting when he talks. He looks shifty. All I have at my place is Yoo-Hoo and Sugar Smack, so bring whatever you want. And don't wear that perfume, it wrecks my concentration.
Really?
I was talking to Sam. So this is what a courtroom looks like.
Commander Summer to see you, sir.
Thank you, Tom.
Well, any news? Not yet, sir. We still got a few more tests to run, and they're going to take a while. Even at that, I'm not certain I'm going to be able to make a determination.
I see.
Colonel, it would help us to know what happened.
It was a code red, the member shaving his head.
Boy didn't die of a haircut, Kendrick.
He died because that's what the Lord saw fit.
Mary, Mother of God, John, give the Lord a rest, will you please?
Yes, sir.
You look like hell. Go get some rest yourself.
Yes, sir.
Whoa. lot of tests to run, but let me ask you this. What are some of the possibilities at this point?
It could be any number of things, Nathan. They used a gag. It could have gotten stuck in his throat. There could have been poison on the rag. He could have had the hell scared out of him and had a heart attack. Like I said, we may never be certain. Sometimes it's a judgment call.
A heart attack?
He had a medical history that suggests the possibility of a slight coronary disorder. Nathan, what the hell kind of reckless nonsense did Kendrick have those men?
Why wasn't the coronary disorder detected early?
I said possibility.
That's not an answer, Walt.
Symptoms. Santiago's symptoms were most likely pointing to 100 far less debilitating conditions. There were no red flags.
Is this what you're going to say to a board of inquiry?
I don't understand.
Doctor, you give these men a thorough examination every 3 months, and every 3 months you send Santiago back on that wall with a clean bill of health. Am I wrong?
The symptoms weren't near.
Walter, you tell me. What can happen to a doctor's career because of something like this? You know what I think happened? I don't think it was a code red at all. I think Dawson and Downey got it into their heads to kill Santiago. I think what you just said, I think there had to have been poison on the rag.
It's a possibility.
How long have we known each other?
4 years?
Oh, close on to 5 now. One of the first things I did when I got this command was request your assignment to the hospital. And the first thing I'll do when I leave is tell those folks in the situation room that I want Walter with the big stones coming with me. I put my trust in you, Walter. I put the lives of my Marines in your hands. And that's why I think it had to be poison. You go on back and run those tests. You're the doctor. You're the damn good doctor. Whatever you say, I'll live with you. There's going to be an investigation into the cause of death, Walter. I'll do what I can for you.
Thank you, sir.
You're dismissed, Walter. Tom!
Sir.
Find me Captain Markinson now.
Sir! Lance Corporal Harold W. Dawson, sir!
Harold, why do you still do that? I'm representing you in a murder trial. Do you honestly think I don't know who you are? I thought you were through with that shit the night I struck an enlisted man without cause of provocation. Which, you couldn't help but notice, you didn't report to anybody. I wanted to come by and, you know, give you some words of encouragement. Sit up straight. Look, I know I'm talking to a brick wall right now, but there's 2 things I'd like you to consider. The first is that Commander Galloway, Lieutenant Weinberg, and I are doing everything we possibly can. The second is that we're going to get creamed. Now, I know that's not very confidence-inspiring, I know.
It's alright. I'm not the one that needs confidence. After all, it's not up to me anymore, is it? You have to accept the consequences too, right?
But you see, these aren't my consequences to accept.
That almost makes it a little bit worse, doesn't it, sir?
Harold, we're going to lose, and we're going to lose huge. Sit up straight. Last chance, I'll flip you for it.
Turn hut!
Too late.
All those having business with this general court-martial, please stand forward and you shall be heard. The Honorable Julius Alexander Randolph is presiding. God save the United States of America.
Before the judge advocate calls the first witness, I would like to get some language clear. That without objection. The sworn statements of the defendants have been read to the members of the jury and entered into the court record.
No objection, sir.
No objection.
And without objection, the sworn statements of 21 members of Rifle Security Company have also been read to the members of the jury and entered into the court record.
No objection, sir.
No objection.
Is the government ready to present its case?
We are, sir.
Please, the court, before we begin, may I ask if all these MPs are really necessary?
Are they making you nervous?
No, sir. They're projecting the image that the defendants are dangerous and or a flight risk.
The court might alert Commander Galloway to the fact the defendants are on trial for murder.
The defendants, who have not been found guilty of any crime, are in handcuffs. And I'm sure if they were to break free and make their escape, the 4 armed guards at the door could apprehend them. In fact, it looks like every sailor in the Washington Navy Yard who isn't in this courtroom is guarding this courtroom.
Judge, the Provost Marshal felt the defendants should be a security priority. The Provost Marshal is in charge of security on this base. I was following his advice.
The Provost Marshal is going to feel like an idiot if one of our ships gets stolen during this trial.
Take your seat, Commander IA.
Yes, sir.
Government calls Commander Stone.
Call Commander Stone.
Dr. Stone, would you state for the record your full name, rank, and current billet, please?
Commander Walter Stone. My billet is Internal Medicine Specialist at Guantanamo Bay Naval Hospital.
Have a seat. How long have you been attached to the hospital at Gitmo?
From October 1st of last year until present.
And on 7 July of this year, did you have occasion to treat Private First Class William Santiago?
Yes, I did.
Would you describe that treatment?
PFC Santiago was brought to the emergency room on the morning of the 7th at 0010 hours. He was coughing up blood and suffering from a lack of oxygen. He lost consciousness at 0035.
And what were your observations upon examination?
The most obvious things were the rope marks around his wrists and that his head was partially shaved. X-rays and lab tests revealed that his lungs had filled bilaterally due to profound acidosis, which is to say a buildup of acid in the lungs.
What causes acid to build up in a person's lungs?
If the muscles and cells of the body begin to burn sugar instead of oxygen, lactic acid is produced.
And from the moment that the cells begin burning sugar to the moment that the lungs are filled with fluid, how long does that take?
Ordinarily, about 1 hour.
Now, doctor, you say ordinarily. Was this an unusual case?
Yes, it was.
How so?
In Santiago's case, the chemical reaction took less than 15 minutes.
Why was the reaction sped up in Santiago's case?
He had to have ingested a poison of some kind.
Your Honor, we object at this point. The witness can only speculate as to what caused the reaction.
Commander Stone is an expert medical witness. In this courtroom, his opinion is not considered speculation.
Commander Stone is an internist, not a criminologist, and the medical facts here are ultimately inconclusive.
A point I'm confident you will illustrate to the jury upon your cross-examination. So to think your mind if the doctor's opinion is admitted now.
Not at all, sir. Objection withdrawn.
Doctor, did Willie Santiago die of poisoning?
Absolutely.
Are you aware that the lab report and the coroner's report both showed no traces of poison?
Yes, I am.
Then how do you justify this claim?
There are literally dozens of toxins which are virtually undetectable under certain circumstances. The nature of the acidosis is the compelling factor in this issue.
Thank you, sir.
Doctor.
Don't call him doctor.
Right, good. Commander, other than the rope marks, was there any signs of external damage?
No.
No scrapes?
No.
No cuts?
No.
Bruises, broken bones, fat lip?
No.
Commander, is there any sign of violence?
You mean aside from the dead body?
Fuck, I walk into that one every goddamn time. Commander, my clients say they didn't use any poison, so what I'd like to do is just ask you a few questions to see if there couldn't possibly be another explanation.
Lieutenant, there isn't any other explanation. A layman would have to...
A layman? Pardon me, Commander, but you're talking to a man that got a C+ in biochem. Twice. Now, if I understand correctly, the fact that this process took 15 minutes and not 60 minutes is what led to the conclusion that Private Santiago was poisoned.
Yes.
60 minutes is about average?
Yes.
And some people more, and some people less?
A little bit more or a little bit less.
Commander, is it possible for a person to have an affliction, some sort of condition, which would render that person less capable of withstanding the lactic acid? Commander, is it possible?
a person had a cerebral disorder, it's possible it would take less than an hour.
How about a coronary disorder or condition? I think it's called a coronary condition.
Lieutenant, we are talking about an 18-year-old Marine in extraordinary physical shape.
The Marine Corps requires them to maintain a certain standard of physical fitness. Isn't that right?
Standards which are even higher for Marines in RSC.
In fact, you give them a thorough physical examination once every 3 months. Is that right?
That's right.
Doctor, is it possible for a young man to have a coronary condition where the initial warning signs were so mild that it could escape a doctor during a routine medical exam?
You need to understand, in medicine, though we'd like to be exact.
Well, that's the beauty about being a lawyer for the defense. I don't have to worry about the exacts. I just have to worry about, is it possible? Commander, is it possible?
There would have been symptoms.
What kind of symptoms?
There are 100 different
Chest
symptoms.
pains?
Yes.
Shortness of breath?
Certainly.
Fatigue?
Well, I suppose if the heart wasn't always pumping
Commander,
blood
is this
to
your
the brain-
signature?
Yes.
This is in order to place Private Santiago on temporary restricted duty. Would you please read your handwritten remarks at the bottom of the page?
Initial testing negative. Patient complains of chest pains, shortness of breath, and fatigue. Restricted from running distances of over 5 miles for 1 week.
Thank you. No more questions.
Initial testing negative. That's what it says here. What kinds of tests were these?
All manner.
Cardiovascular tests?
Yes.
Cardiopulmonary tests?
Yes.
Physical strength? Endurance? In fact, in all, how many separate cardio tests were administered to Santiago?
17.
17. And did any of these 17 tests indicate that there might be something wrong with his heart?
No.
The medical equipment that you have in the CCU of the Guantanamo Bay Naval Hospital, would you describe it as modern or outdated?
It's very modern equipment.
In fact, it's the same equipment used in the Bethesda Naval Hospital here in Maryland.
That's right.
The same Bethesda Naval Hospital where the President of the United States goes for his medical checkups?
Yes.
Dr. Stone, you've held a license to practice medicine for 20 years. You are board certified in internal medicine. You are the chief of internal medicine at a hospital which serves over 7,000 people. In your opinion, was Willie Santiago poisoned?
Please, the court, we renew our objection to Commander Stone's testimony and ask that it be stricken from the record. We further ask that the court instruct the jury to lend no weight to this witness's testimony.
Your objection is overruled, Commander.
Your Honor, the defense strenuously objects and requests conference in chamber so that he may hear discussion before ruling on the objection.
The objection of the defense has been heard and overruled. The witness is an expert, and the jury will hear, the judge will hear his testimony now.
Exception.
Noted.
Doctor, in your expert opinion, was Willie Santiago poisoned?
No question about it.
No further questions.
Commander, you may step down.
Police and court, while the government reserves its right to call rebuttal witnesses should the need arise, we rest our case.
This court will now be adjourned until Monday morning, at which time the defense will call its first witness.
And hut!
I strenuously object. Is that how it works? Objection. Overruled. No. I strenuously object. Oh, well, if you strenuously object, let me take a moment to reconsider.
I got it on the record.
Yeah, you also got it in the jury's head that we're afraid of the doctor. You object once, that way they hear you say he's not a criminologist. Any more than that, and all that great cross, looks like just a lot of fancy lawyer tricks, which is exactly what Ross wanted. You see, that's the difference between paper law and trial.
Sam.
Christ, you even had the judge calling Stone an expert.
You made a mistake. Let's not relive it.
Sorry, I'm in a pissy mood. I've got to call my wife. I'll see you tomorrow.
Why do you hate them so much?
Because they beat up on a weakling, and that's all they did. All right, everything else, that's just a lot of smoke-filled coffeehouse crap. They tormented and tortured a weaker kid. And it wasn't just that night. Read the letters. It was 8 months, and you know what? I bet it was his whole life. They They beat him up and they killed him. And why? Because he couldn't run very fast.
Do you believe the argument we're going to make on Monday is legally sound?
I believe the argument we're going to make on Monday is morally reprehensible.
And when do lawyers get to decide what's morally reprehensible?
And when do Marines get to decide which laws they're going to obey?
All right, that's enough. Joe, he's busting his ass for these guys. He doesn't have to be friends with them. And Sam, the only Marines we're concerned with are Dawson and Downey. Now everybody take the night off.
Danny,
I mean it. We've been working 18-hour days for 2 weeks now. Go spend the night with your family. Joe, do whatever it is you do when you're not here. We'll work in the morning.
Look, we should really get started
I
on...
mean it. Take the night off.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey. I thought we did pretty good today. You gotta hand it to Ross. He's very good.
He asked 7 questions on his redirect and sent the jury to bed with the image that Walter Stone is the president's doctor. Put Stone in his pocket with 7 questions. I think he's just warming up.
That was depressing.
How much damage did I cause?
Doesn't matter.
Are you saying it doesn't matter because it's water under the bridge, or are you saying it doesn't matter because I didn't cause that much damage?
I'm saying it doesn't matter because we'll never know and there's nothing we can do about it.
Good. That's a good attitude.
Why did you become a lawyer for the Navy?
They wouldn't let me fly the planes or drive the boats.
You're like 7 of the most strangest women I've ever met.
I know. I'm the girl guys like you hated in 6th grade.
Joe, you're the girls guys like me tortured in the 6th grade. I'll see you tomorrow. Why do you like them so much?
At this moment, there's probably no one Dawson dislikes more than you. And if someone fired a gun at you, he'd stand in front of that bullet without even thinking twice.
Don't worry about the doctor. This trial starts Monday.
Can I help you? God, I hope so. I've been getting a run around all morning. Gilbert Hamilton, Baltimore Sun-Times.
Hey, good sports section.
Yeah, it's the best.
So what can I do for you?
Oh yeah, so I'm doing a 2-part feature on air traffic, bases all over the world, but I'm focusing mainly on Naval Air Station, Guantanamo Bay, and Andrew Air Force Base.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, so do you have on file here a record of all incoming and outgoing flights?
Anything that isn't classified, sure. We have copies of all the Daily Tower Chiefs logs.
Okay, is that right?
Sure. They list incoming and outgoing flights, passenger manifests. We just have the copies, though. The originals stay at the base.
Okay, no problem. I'm going to need a copy of the Tower Chief logs for Andrews and Guantanamo for the evening of July 6th, morning of July 7th.
Got it. The only thing is, I need to see a fleet requisition form and 710 signed by its officers over the rank of lieutenant.
Oh, hell.
I'm sorry, but I can't show the logbooks without a fleet requisition form and a 710 signed by its officers over the rank of lieutenant.
No, I understand. Listen, you got like a duty officer here, or?
No, sir. He's at a department meeting.
Well, gee whiz, is there anybody here that I can talk to?
Not for another half hour. Everyone's at lunch. I'm the only one here.
All right. Let's go get some logbooks.
Oh, fuck!
Lieutenant Caffey, are you ready to call your first witness?
Yes, sir. Defense calls Corporal Howard.
Call Corporal Howard.
Corporal Howard, have you been previously sworn?
Yes, sir.
Would you state for the record your full name, rank, and current billet, please?
Corporal Jeffrey Owen Howard, Marine Barracks Windward, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Thank you, Corporal. You can have a seat.
Corporal, are you a little nervous?
No, sir.
Would you like a glass of water?
No, sir, I'm fine, thank you.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Well, if you need a glass of water or you'd like to take a short break, you let us know.
Judge, the witness has twice said he doesn't want any water. Can we please move on?
Lieutenant?
Yes, sir. Corporal, you've been called as a witness in order to give the court a better insight into the nature of duty of the Marines at RSC Windward. You should feel free to use the map.
Yes, sir, it's very simple, really. The base is divided into two halves,
Corporal.
the divider being Guantanamo
Corporal.
Bay. Sir?
You're going to have to wait till I ask you a question.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry, sir.
Would you please describe the general layout of the base for us?
Yes, sir, it's very simple, really. The base is divided into two halves, the divider being Guantanamo Bay. Each half of the base has its own rifle security company. On the left side is RSC Leeward Sea, and on the right is Windward.
What's the function of the Marines at RSC Windward?
To provide ground support in the event of an enemy engagement, and to provide day-to-day security on the fence line.
How much time do the Marines spend on the fence line?
We're on the fence for 1 week, and then off for a week.
And when you're on the fence for a week, how long is each shift?
6 hours on, 6 hours off.
6 hours on, 6 hours off, 1 week on, 1 week off. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are the sentries armed?
Yes, sir.
With?
Sir?
What are the Marines armed with?
Sir?
What are you armed with, Corporal?
Weapons?
A pea shooter, a pocket knife, a slingshot?
Oh, no, sir. Pea shooter and a pocket knife. That was funny, sir.
Permission to lead the witness?
By a leash if necessary.
Corporal, you're armed with M16 rifles and 60 rounds of ammunition. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Corporal, what's a code red?
Sir, a code red is a disciplinary action brought against a Marine who's fallen out of line.
Name some ways a Marine could fall out of line.
Being late for a platoon or company meeting, keeping his barracks in disorder, or letting his personal appearance become substandard, behaving in a manner unbecoming a Marine, or falling back on a run.
Have you ever received code red?
Yes, sir.
Would you describe it?
I dropped my weapon during a field exercise one day. We were doing 7-man assault drills, and I dropped my weapon. It's just that my hands were sweaty because it was over 100 degrees, and my weapon just slipped, sir.
Okay, and then what happened?
That night, the guys in my barracks threw a blanket over me and took turns punching me in the arm for 5 minutes. Then they poured glue over my hands.
Oh, okay.
It worked too because I ain't never dropped my weapon since.
Object.
We're gonna have to strike that, but it was a nice try, Corporal. What happened after they punched you and poured glue in your hands?
They brought me to post 44 and bought me a beer.
They gave you a code red and then bought you a beer.
Yes, sir.
Corporal, were you acquainted with Private Santiago?
Yes, sir.
Did you come in contact with him every day?
Yes, sir.
You participated in drills together?
Yes, sir.
Your squads were on the fence together?
Yes, sir.
You shared a barracks hall?
Yes, sir.
Was Private Santiago ever late for platoon meetings?
Yes, sir.
Was his barracks ever in disorder?
Yes, sir.
Was his appearance ever become substandard?
Yes, sir.
Did he ever fall back on a run?
All the time, sir.
Did he ever, in your estimation, behave in a manner unbecoming a Marine?
Absolutely, sir. Yes.
Did he ever, prior to the night of July 6th, receive a code red?
No, sir.
No. You got a code red because your palms were sweating. Why didn't Private Santiago, this burden and embarrassment to his unit, why didn't he ever get a code red?
Corporal Dawson wouldn't allow it, sir.
Corporal Dawson.
How was... Well, Corporal Dawson was Santiago's squad leader. He wouldn't let anyone go near him, sir. The guys talked tough about Santiago, but when it came down to it, they wouldn't touch him because they were too afraid of Corporal Dawson, sir.
Object. The witness is characterizing.
I'll rephrase. Corporal, did you ever want to give Santiago code red?
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you?
Because Dawson kicked my butt, sir.
It's good enough. Lieutenant Ross can ask you questions now.
Corporal, I hold here the Marine Guide and General Information Handbook for new recruits. Are you familiar with this book?
Yes, sir.
Have you read it?
Yes, sir.
Good. Would you turn to the section in this book that deals with code reds, please?
I'm sorry, sir?
Just turn to the page in that book that discusses code reds.
Code reds aren't in this book, sir.
I see. Let's turn then to the Marine Infantry Handbook. Would you turn to the section in this book that discusses code reds and read it for us, please?
Sir, you see, code red is a Marine term that we only use it down to Gitmo, sir.
Oh, we're in luck then. The Marine Corps Guide for Sentry Duty, nav base, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. I assume that we'll find the term code red and its definition in this book, and then we can move on. Am I correct?
No, sir.
No? Corporal, I'm a Marine. Is there no book, no manual or pamphlet, no set of orders or regulations that lets me know that as a Marine, it is part of my duties to perform code reds?
No, sir. No book, sir.
No further questions.
But would you turn to the page where it says where the men's enlisted mess hall is?
Lieutenant Caffey, that is not in the book, sir.
No? You mean to tell the court that you've been stationed at Gitmo for 13 months and you haven't had a meal?
No, sir. 3 squares a day.
I'm confused. How could you possibly know where the mess hall is if it's not in this book?
I guess I just followed the crowd at chow time, sir.
No more questions.
Thank you, sir.
This call will take a 5-minute recess. Don't anyone go too far.
10, hut! As you were.
Can I talk to you alone for a minute?
Yeah.
That was nice work, that reader right now, Howard.
Thank you.
Look, I want this to end now. I don't want Kendrick to take the stand.
Yeah, it's a real day at the beach, isn't he?
Look, I was up all night with him. He's bright, articulate, nothing in the closet, and you're gonna make a meal out of him.
What are you getting at, Jack?
That's what I wanted to ask you. You're putting on an entertaining defense that's going nowhere. Everyone expects you to do what you have to. But if you start to look like you're enjoying it, you'll find yourself practicing law on a weather ship off Bayonne, New Jersey.
Yeah, 2 minutes for the Reverend. What can I do for you?
Don't put him on the stand. Look, I gotta protect these guys. I can't allow them to look like clowns. Stop now. 3 years apiece.
4 weeks ago you said 6 months.
4 weeks ago your clients pissed on 6 months. 4 weeks ago your clients were in a daily feature in the Washington Post, and neither were you. You can tap dance all you want. At the end of the day, all you've got is the testimony of 2 men accused of murder.
Yeah, tell me about it.
You got bullied into this room. By everybody. By Dawson, by Galloway, shit, I practically dared you. You got bullied into this room even though not for 1 second have you thought you could win. You got bullied into this room by the memory of a lawyer who might have stood a chance.
You're a lousy fucking softball player, Jack!
10 hut! You guys are going down, and I can't stop it anymore.
Defense calls Lieutenant Jonathan Kendrick.
Call Lieutenant Kendrick.
Lieutenant Kendrick, have you been previously sworn?
Yes, I have.
Would you state for the record your full name, rank, and current billet, please?
Lieutenant Jonathan James Kendrick, Executive Officer, Rifle Security Company, Windward, Marine Barracks, Guantanamo Bay.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You can have a seat.
Lieutenant, in your opinion, was Santiago a good Marine?
I'd say he was about average.
Lieutenant, I have 3 proficiency and conduct reports that you signed, all indicating a rating of below average.
Yes, Private Santiago was below average. I didn't see the need in trampling on a man's grave.
We appreciate that, but you're under oath now, and I think, as hard as it may be, we just like to hear the truth.
I'm aware of my oath.
Lieutenant, these are the last 3 pro-con reports that you co-signed for Lance Corporal Dawson. The first 2, you gave him a rating of exceptional. But on this most recent report, he received a rating of below average. It's this last report I'd like to discuss for a moment.
That's fine.
Dawson's ranking after infantry training school was perfect. Records show well over half his class has since made full corporal. While Dawson has remained a lance corporal. Was Dawson's promotion held up because of this last report?
Sure was.
Do you recall why Dawson was given such a poor grade on this report?
I'm sure I don't. I have many men in my charge, Lieutenant. I write many reports.
Lieutenant, do you recall an incident involving a PFC Curtis Barnes who had been found stealing liquor from the officers' club?
Yes.
Did you report Private Barnes to the proper authorities?
I have 2 books at my bedside, Lieutenant. The Marine Code of Conduct and the King James Bible. The only proper authorities I'm aware of are my commanding officer, Colonel Nathan R. Jessup, and the Lord our God.
Lieutenant, at your request, I have the record reflecting lack of acknowledgement of this court as proper authority.
Objection, argumentative.
Sustained. Watch yourself, counselor.
Yes, sir. Lieutenant, did you report Private Barnes to your superiors?
I remember thinking very highly of Private Barnes and not wanting to see his record tarnished by a formal charge.
You prefer to handle it within the unit instead?
Yes, I did.
Lieutenant, do you know what a code red is?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever ordered a code red?
No, I have not.
Lieutenant, did you order Dawson and 2 other men to make sure Curtis Barnes received no food or drink except water for the period of 5 days?
That's a distortion of the truth. Private Barnes was placed on barracks restriction. He was given water and vitamin supplements, and I assured you that at no time was his health in danger.
Your Honor, would the court please remind the jury that Lieutenant Kendrick is not a medical expert and doesn't have the first clue as to whether or not Curtis Barnes' health was in danger?
The members of the jury are cautioned.
Lieutenant, wouldn't this form of discipline be considered a code red?
Not necessarily.
If I asked the other 379 members of RSC, would they consider it to be a code red?
Please the court, the witness cannot possibly testify as to what 379 men would say. We object to this entire line of questioning as argumentative and irrelevant badgering of the witness.
Lieutenant Caffey, may I remind you that you are questioning a Marine officer with a highly impeccable service record.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome, but I'm overruling your objection.
Your Honor, I'm withdrawing the question. Lieutenant, was Dawson given a poor grade because you learned he'd be sneaking food to Curtis Barnes?
Object.
Not so fast. Lieutenant?
Corporal Dawson was found to be below average because he committed a crime.
What crime did he commit? Lieutenant Kendrick? Dawson brought a hungry guy some food. What crime did he commit?
He disobeyed an order.
And because he exercised his own set of values, he was punished. Am I right?
Corporal Dawson disobeyed an order.
Yeah, but it wasn't a real order, was it? He wasn't being asked to secure a hill or radio for battalion aid. I mean, surely a Marine of Dawson's obvious intelligence and skill should be able to determine on his own which orders he's going to follow and which orders may say be illegal. Can he? Lieutenant Kendrick! Can Dawson determine on his own which orders he's going to follow?
No, he cannot!
Unless he learned after the Curtis Barnes incident, am I right?
I don't think so!
You know so, don't you?
Object!
Sustained!
Lieutenant, I just have one final question. If you order the code red,
I told you not to touch
it's a reasonable thing to get him disobeyed you again!
Lieutenant, don't answer that!
You don't have to, I'm through!
Lieutenant Kendrick, did you order the defendants to give Willie Santiago a code red? Lieutenant Kendrick, did you?
No, I did not!
This was at your door. It's marked urgent and personal.
What is it?
No, my X-ray vision is failing me today. Open the damn thing.
Hey, Mr. Sunshine.
Alright, knock it off. You guys want anything from the kitchen?
Yoo-hoo, please.
Sam?
Yeah, I'll take a yoo-hoo.
You want a yoo-hoo?
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like a yoo-hoo. Why is that such a big deal? He asked for a yoo-hoo, it's like he's asking for the correct time. I asked for a yoo-hoo and it's the end of the world.
Hey, what's it say?
It's from Markinson.
To Lieutenant Junior Grade Daniel A. Caffey, United States Naval Reserve, Judge Advocate General's Corps. Lieutenant Caffey, I know the following to be true. Colonel Jessup had no intention of transferring Private Santiago off the base. The transfer order that you secured was written the morning of your arrival, 6 days after Private Santiago's death. Jessup's claim that the 0600 was the first available transportation off the base is a lie. There was a flight that left the Andrews Air Force Base 7 hours earlier. I've enclosed the 2 Tower Chiefs' logs. You'll notice that while Jessup has removed the departure entry from the Guantanamo log, the arrival entry is in the Andrews log. Lieutenant, don't waste valuable time and resources trying to find me. Save these men. Captain Matthew Andrew Markinson, United States Marine Corps.
Son of a bitch! You
of a bitch!
Alright, I'm gonna call the DOD, see if they're missing anything.
We're home. I gotta go tell Loudon.
Don't worry about Downey. I need you to pull every string you can. FBI, CIA, hire our own guys that have to. But we need Markinson. We have to have him.
Why? We have the letter and the logbooks.
The letter's typed and there's no signature. The logbooks are photocopies.
They're not admissible.
A naval orderly was held up at gunpoint by a man posing as a reporter for the Baltimore Sun-Times.
No, I'll get the originals.
Don't bother. Jesse knows about the robbery by now and he's fixed the Andrews logbook. I bet money on it.
Okay, so we'll find Markinson. How hard can it be?
The guy stole government property at gunpoint, and we didn't know about it until he sent us a note.
And Jessup can just fix logbooks?
Is Downey ready for tomorrow?
Yes.
Is he solid?
Absolutely.
Do you think we can find Markinson?
Yes.
You? Yes. We don't have discovery obligation. Keep this from Ross for 24 hours. Defense calls Private Loudon Downey.
Private Loudon Downey has been called. Private Downey, would you raise your right hand and place your left hand on the Bible? Do you swear that the testimony you give today in this General Court Martial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Have a seat.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Santiago, I was William's company commander. I knew your son vaguely, that is to say, I knew his name. In a matter of time, the trial of the 2 men accused in your son's death will come to a conclusion. And 7 men and 2 women whom you've never met will try to offer you an explanation as to why William is dead. They'll likely offer you many explanations. For my part, I did what I could to bring the truth to light. I did so not in the uniform in which I served for 21 years, but in costumes and in shadows. I was a defender. At this time, I'm being pursued by the Naval Investigative Service, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Central Intelligence Agency, and the military police. And I can't possibly take this any longer. Because the truth is, your son is dead for only one reason. Because I wasn't strong enough to stop it. Always, Captain Matthew Andrew Markinson, United States Marine Corps.
Taken into custody by the military police, and they brought us to the brig.
Private, I have just one last question for you. Why did you give Santiago code red on the night of July 6th?
The order was given by the executive officer, Lieutenant Kendrick.
Thank you. Your witness.
Private, for the day of 6th July, the post log has you down at, the switch log has you down at post 39 until 1600 hours. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm sure it is, sir. They keep that log pretty good.
How far is it from post 39 to Windward Barracks?
It's a ways, sir. It's a hike.
About how far by jeep?
10, 15 minutes.
Have you ever had to walk it?
Yes, sir. Actually, on that day, Friday, I was DDL and the pickup private. Sir, we call him that because he picks us up and drops us off. Also because he gets girls in New York. Well, on that day, pickup, he got a flat. Right on 39, he pulls up, bam, a blowout, no spare. Him and I had to double time it back to the barracks.
And if it's 10 or 15 minutes by jeep, must be a good hour by foot. Am I close, Private?
Pickup and I did it in 45 flat, sir.
Not bad. And you say that the assault on Santiago was the result of an order given by Lieutenant Kendrick at a platoon meeting at 1620.
Yes, sir.
But
You just said you didn't make it back to barracks until 1645.
Sir?
If you didn't make it back to barracks until 1645, then how could you have been at a platoon meeting at 1620?
Well, you see, there's a flat tire.
Private, did Lieutenant Kendrick ever tell you to give Santiago a code red?
Me.
Please, the court, I would like to request a recess in order to confer with my
Who told
client.
you to give Santiago the code red?
Ma'am!
Private Downey has rights.
Private Downey has been read his rights.
The question will be repeated.
Who told you to give Santiago the code
Your
red?
Honor!
Counsel, take a seat.
Hold on. No, you don't look at him. You look at me.
Sir, I'm...
Private! Answer the lieutenant's question.
I was given an order by my squad leader, Lance Corporal Harold W. Dawson, and I followed it.
Do you know where he could be? And you know, as far as Downey is concerned, I mean, the order came from Kendrick, okay? He couldn't distinguish between the two of them anyway, so... Danny, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it.
You know, me and Sam, we were just talking, and all we really need to do is get a couple of witnesses on the stand to talk about implied orders, and maybe we could put Downey back on the stand before we get to Dawson.
Maybe if we're lucky, we get Dawson charged with the kidnapping of the Lindbergh baby.
Are you drunk?
Pretty much. Yeah.
I'm gonna go make a pot of coffee, okay? We got a long night ahead of us.
She's gonna make coffee. He wasn't at the meeting. Nope. He wasn't even there. That was an important piece of information, don't you think?
It was just a setback, okay? We fix it. We fix it and we go on to Markinson.
Markinson's dead. He got a full dress uniform, pulled a nickel-plated revolver from his holster, and fired a bullet right into his brains. He was at the Beltway Motor Lodge, 3 blocks from here. So, seems like we're out of witnesses, so I thought I'd drink a little.
I think we can still win.
Maybe you should roll.
No, we go to Randolph right now. We get a 24-hour continuance.
Why would we do that?
To subpoena Colonel Jessup.
What?
Just hear me out, okay? No, just listen to me.
I won't hear you out. Your passion's compelling, but it's also useless. Because Loud and Downey needed a trial lawyer today.
You walk away from this now and you've sealed their fate.
Their fate was sealed the moment Santiago died.
You have to call Jessup.
I don't have to do shit.
Why'd you ask for the transfer order?
What?
In Cuba. Why'd you ask for the transfer order? Why'd you ask nicely?
Why does it matter? What?
Why?
Because I wanted the damn transfer order.
Bullshit! You could have called one of a dozen different departments at the Pentagon and gotten that transfer order. You didn't want the transfer order. You wanted to see Jessup's reaction to you asking for the transfer order. You had an instinct, Danny. And it was confirmed by Markinson. Now, damn it, let's put Jessup on the stand and end this thing!
What possible good would come from putting Jessup on the stand?
He told Kendrick to order the code red.
Oh, he did? Oh, I'm sure you have some proof. Oh, wait, I forgot you were sick the day they taught law at law school.
You put him on the stand and you get it from him.
Yeah, we get it from him. Yeah, hey, Colonel, hey, isn't it true that you ordered the code red, coerced the doctor, forged the transfer order, fixed the logbook?
Look, we're all feeling a little...
I'm sorry, your time's up. What do we have for our losers, Judge? We'll have for defendants. It's a lifetime at the exotic Fort Leavenworth, where every day is Valentine's Day for our young, handsome Marines. And for Lieutenant Cappy, that's right, a court-martial! Yes, Johnny! After falsely accusing a highly decorated Marine officer for conspiracy. And Lieutenant Cappy lives a long and prosperous career teaching typewriter mates at the Rocco Colombo School for Women. Thank you for playing. Should we or should we not follow the advice of the collapseless student?
sorry I lost your set of steak knives.
Just leave.
Sam, stop cleaning up. Sam. You want a drink?
Nope.
Is your father proud of you?
Hey, don't do this to yourself.
Is he?
Yes.
Is he very proud of you? I bet he is. I bet he bores the shit out of all the neighbors, aunts, uncles, guys he works with, cousins. Guys, look, Sam made Laura of you. Look, Sam made Laura. Sam made an argument. Can you believe that? Sam's arguing. Sam made an argument. He's arguing. I think my father would have enjoyed seeing me graduate from law school. I think he would have enjoyed that very much. Did you know? That man spent half his life defending the Constitution, and then the other half trying to prove he wasn't a communist? He died young. He died tired, Sam. I'm very angry about it. I'm very, very angry about it.
Hey, listen. He'd have been so proud of you yesterday. The way you thundered away at Kendrick, that was something to see. He'd have been proud of you yesterday.
What about today?
Today you did the best you could.
We should probably go talk to Dawson.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I am going to miss being in charge of socks and underwear.
What?
I was just making a dumb joke.
Socks and underwear.
Yeah?
In the file, Joe had everything that was in Santiago's full locker.
What are you getting at?
Name the people that knew that Santiago wasn't being transferred.
Jessup?
Right?
Kendrick.
Who else?
And Markinson.
It's Santiago.
What?
But Willie Santiago knew he wasn't being transferred. Why it took me 5 weeks to figure this out is beyond me, but given time, I'll find a way to blame it on you. Let's go. I need you to prep me on Jessup. I need Joe to get the continuance.
No, wait, what the hell are you talking
I'll
about?
explain it in the car.
Wait, you still need a witness.
I have a witness.
A dead witness?
In the hands of a lesser attorney, that'd be a problem. Let's go.
No, now, wait 1 second.
No. The cover-up isn't our case. To win, Jessup has to tell the jury that he ordered the code red.
And you think you could just get him to say it?
I think he wants to say it. I think he's pissed off that he's got to hide it from us. I think he wants to say he made a command decision, and that's the end of it. He eats breakfast 80 yards away from 4,000 Cubans that are trained to kill him. And no one's going to tell him how to run his unit. Least of all, the pushy broad, the smart Jew, and the Harvard mount. And if I could just get him to defend himself, he'll say he ordered the code red. Let's go.
Wait, you still need a window. He's got no weaknesses. He won't let you get close.
He has a weakness.
What?
He thinks he was right. Let's go. Have you ever heard the story of Lieutenant Commander Galloway and Colonel Jessup?
I believe I have, Danny. It's a story of courage and conviction, is it not?
Right you are. Commander Galloway was investigating a crime. She had a question that she wanted the Colonel to answer.
Now this Colonel, I hear he's a pretty intimidating fellow, isn't he?
Well, sure, to some. To some, he's the stuff which nightmares are made.
Ah, but not to Commander Galloway.
No, sir, because Commander Galloway ain't scared of nothing. She had a question, she was going to get an answer. She was relentless. She was confident. She did her job.
What do you want?
I want to talk to you about Lance Corporal Dawson and PFC Downey.
Downey.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
No, I can't accept that. We braved extraordinary elements to get over here. My car ran out of gas halfway up H. Sam had to walk a quarter mile to get help. And anyway, the wife and I were thinking about maybe going into court tomorrow and saving our clients' lives, maybe putting some homicidal maniac behind bar and poop. I thought you might want to come along. What do you say?
I can't seem to defend people.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Joanne. You're my hero. From the first day you were a lawyer. Live with that.
Lieutenant Captain, are you ready to call your witness?
Your Honor, I don't suppose it would do any good to make a motion for dismissal at this point.
I'm glad to see you still have your sense of humor, Lieutenant.
Defense calls Colonel Nathan Jessup.
Colonel Nathan Jessup has been called.
Colonel Jessup, have you been previously sworn, sir?
I have not.
Would you raise your right hand and place your left hand on this Bible? Do you swear that the testimony you give today in this court-martial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Would you state for the record your full name, rank, and current billet, please?
Colonel Nathan Robert Jessup, Commanding Officer, Marine Ground Forces, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Thank you, sir. Would you have a seat, please?
Colonel, when you learned of Santiago's letter to the NIS, you had a meeting with your two senior officers, is that right?
Yes.
The platoon commander, Lieutenant Jonathan Kendrick, and the company commander, Captain Matthew Markinson.
Yes.
And at present, Captain Markinson is dead, is that right?
Object, I'd like to know just what defense counsel's implying.
I'm implying simply that at present, Captain Markinson is not alive.
Surely Colonel Jessup doesn't need to appear in this courtroom to confirm that information.
I just wasn't sure if the witness was aware that 2 days ago, Captain Markinson took his own life with a .45 caliber pistol.
The court is aware, the witness is aware, and now the jury is aware. We thank you for bringing this to our attention. Move on, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. Colonel, at this meeting, you gave Lieutenant Kendrick an order, is that right?
I told Kendrick to tell his men that Santiago was not to be touched.
And did you give an order to Captain Markinson as well?
I ordered Markinson to have Santiago transferred off the base immediately.
Why?
I felt his life might be in danger once word of the letter got out.
Grave danger?
Is there another kind?
Colonel, I have the transfer order here that you co-signed with Markinson, ordering Santiago to be lifted from Guantanamo at 6 the next morning. Was this the earliest flight off the base?
Yes, the 0600 was the first flight off the base.
Colonel, I see you flew up to Washington early this morning, I see.
Yes.
I noticed you're wearing your Class A dress uniform for your appearance in court today.
As are you, Lieutenant.
Did you wear your uniform on the plane?
Your Honor, is this dialogue relevant to anything in particular?
The defense didn't have an opportunity to depose this witness, Your Honor. We asked the court for a little latitude.
Yes, a very little latitude.
Yes, sir. Colonel?
I wore fatigues on the plane.
And you brought your dress uniform with you?
Yes.
Toothbrush, shaving kit, change of underwear?
Your Honor.
Is the Colonel's underwear a matter of national security?
Get somewhere fast with this, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. Colonel?
I brought a change of clothes and some personal items.
Thank you. On the night of July 6th, after Dawson and Downey were arrested, Santiago's room was sealed and contents inventoried. 4 pairs of camouflage pants, 3 long-sleeve khaki shirts, 3 short-sleeve khaki shirts, 3 pairs of boots, 4 pairs of green socks, 4 pairs of black socks, 3 olive green t-shirts, 2 belts, 1 sweater.
Your Honor, is there a question anywhere in our future?
Lieutenant Captain, I have to ask you to state...
I'm wondering why Santiago wasn't packed. These are the telephone records from your base in the past 24 hours. After being subpoenaed to Washington, you've made 3 calls. I've highlighted those calls in yellow. Do you recognize those numbers?
I called Colonel Fitzhughes in Quantico, Virginia to let him know that I'd be in town. The second call was to Congressman Richmond of the House Armed Services Committee. And the third call was to my sister, Elizabeth.
Why'd you make that call, sir?
I thought she might like to have dinner tonight.
Your Honor.
I'm putting a stop to this now.
Your Honor, these are the telephone records for Gitmo for the night of July 6th. And these are the 14 letters that Santiago wrote in 9 months, requesting, in fact begging, for a transfer off the base. Upon hearing the news, he was finally being transferred. Santiago was so excited that, do you know how many people he called? 0. Nobody. Not 1 call to his parents saying he was finally getting out. Not 1 call to a friend saying, can you pick me up from the airport? He was asleep in his bed at midnight. And according to you, he was getting on a flight in 6 hours. Everything he owned was folded neatly in his footlocker and hanging neatly in his closet. You left for 1 day, you packed a bag and made 3 phone calls. Santiago was leaving for the rest of his life, and he hadn't packed a thing, and he hadn't called a soul. Can you explain that? The fact is, Santiago wasn't going anywhere. Isn't that right, Colonel?
Object! Your Honor, it is obvious that Lieutenant Captain's intention this morning is to smear a high-ranking Marine officer in the desperate hope that the mere appearance of impropriety will win him points with the jury. It is my recommendation that Lieutenant Captain be reprimanded for his conduct and that the witness be excused with the court's deepest apologies.
Objection is overruled.
Your Honor.
Objection is noted.
Something funny, sir?
No. No, it's not. It's tragic.
Do you have an answer?
Absolutely. My answer is that I don't have the first damn clue. Maybe he was an early riser and he liked to pack in the morning. And maybe he didn't have any friends. I'm an educated man, but I'm afraid I can't speak intelligently about the travel habits of William Santiago. What I do know is that he was set to leave the base at 0600. Now, are these really the questions I've been called here to answer? Phone calls and footlockers? Please tell me you have something more, Lieutenant. 2 Marines are on trial for their lives. Please tell me their lawyer hasn't pinned their hopes to a phone bill. Do you have any other questions for me, Lieutenant?
Lieutenant. Lieutenant Captain, do you have anything further for this witness?
Thanks, Danny. I love Washington.
Excuse me. I didn't dismiss you.
I beg your pardon.
I'm not through with my examination. I didn't dismiss you. Sit down.
Colonel!
What was that?
I'd like this man to call me Colonel or Sir.
The defense counsel will address the witness as Colonel or Sir.
I don't know what the hell kind of an outfit you're running here.
And the witness will address this court as Judge or Your Honor. I'm quite certain that I've earned it. Take your seat, Colonel!
What would you like to discuss now? My favorite color?
Colonel, the 6 a.m. flight, it was the first one off the base?
Yes.
There wasn't a flight that left 7 hours earlier and landed at Andrews Air Force Base at 2 a.m.?
Lieutenant, I believe we've already covered this.
Your Honor, just a moment. Defense will be calling Airman Cecil O'Malley and Airman Anthony Perez to the stand. Both O'Malley and Perez were working the ground crew on the morning of the 7th.
Your Honor, these men weren't on the list.
Rebuttal witness, Your Honor, called specifically to refute testimony offered under direct examination.
I'll allow the witnesses.
Colonel, a moment ago...
Check the tower logs, for Christ's sake!
We'll get to the airman in just a minute, sir. Colonel, a moment ago, you said that you gave Kendrick an order to tell his men that Santiago wasn't to be touched.
That's right.
And Kendrick was clear on that order?
Crystal.
Any chance he ignored the order?
Ignored the order?
Any chance he just forgot about it?
No.
Any chance he left your office and said, hey, the old man's wrong?
No.
Any chance when he spoke to the platoon, any chance they ignored him?
You ever served in an infantry unit, son?
No, sir.
Ever served in a forward area?
No, sir.
Ever put your life in another man's hands, asked him to put his life in yours?
No, sir.
We follow orders, son. We follow orders or people die. It's that simple. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear?
Crystal. Colonel, I just have one last question before I call Airman O'Malley to the stand. If you gave an order that Santiago wasn't to be touched, then why would it be necessary to transfer him off the base?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
If you gave an order that Santiago wasn't to be touched, then why would it be necessary?
Private Santiago was being transferred off the base because he was a substandard.
That's not what you said. You said he was being transferred because he was in grave danger.
Yes, that's correct.
You said he was in danger. I said grave danger.
I
can have the quote reporter read back your statement.
I know what I said. I don't have to have it.
Why the 2 orders? Colonel?
Sometimes men take matters into their own hands.
No, sir. You made it clear just a moment ago that your men never take matters into their own hands. Your men follow orders or people die. So, Santiago shouldn't have been in any danger at all, should he have, Colonel? It's a paradox, isn't it? You know, a paradox...
You're a snotty little bastard!
Your Honor, I'd like to ask for a recess to confer with the witness.
I'd like an answer to the question, Judge.
That makes 2 of us.
Kendrick gave an order that Santiago wasn't to be touched, then why did he have to be transferred? Colonel? Kendrick ordered the co-red didn't he? Because that's what you told him. And when it went bad, you cut these guys loose.
Your Honor!
Yeah, Markinson signed a phony transfer order.
Your Honor!
You coerced the doctor! You doctored the lot, but I'll answer the point on you. I'm entitled to that.
You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth. Son, we live in a world that has walls. And those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? I have a greater responsibility than you could possibly fathom. You weep for Santiago and you curse the Marines. You have that luxury. The luxury of not knowing what I know. That Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saved lives. And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall! We use words like honor, code, loyalty. We use these words as the backbone to a life spent defending something. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide, and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I would rather you just said thank you and went on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a weapon and stand a post. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to!
You ordered the code red.
I did the job. You ordered the code red. Goddamn right I did.
Please, the court, I suggest the members be dismissed so that we can move to the immediate Article 39A session. The witness has rights. Jack?
I concur.
The Sergeant at Arms will escort the members of the jury to an anteroom where they will await further instructions. What the hell is going on here? Captain Ross, what the hell is going on here? I'm not familiar with this Article 39A crap. I did my job, I do it again. I'm getting on a plane and going back to my base. Sergeant at Arms, go to the prisoner!
And what? Escort the prisoner.
I ordered a code red and everyone's falling to pieces like some fucking ladies auxiliary.
Colonel Jessup, you have the right to remain silent. Any statement you do make can be used against you at a trial by court.
I'm being accused of a crime!
Administrative proceeding.
I'm being accused of a crime!
Lawyer prior to question.
I'm a Marine colonel, I did my job!
Lawyer retained at no cost to the United
This
States.
is a joke!
Or a military lawyer appointed to act as your counsel.
I'm gonna tear out your eyes and piss into your dead skull! You just fuck with the wrong Marine!
Colonel Jessup, do you understand these rights as I've just read them to you?
Fucking people. You have no idea how to defend a nation. I am defending this nation! And you, all you did today was weaken a country, Cappy. That's all you did. Give yourself a pat on the back. You put people's lives in danger tonight. Sweet dreams, son.
Don't call me son. I'm a lawyer and an officer of the United States Navy. And you're under arrest, you son of a bitch. The witness is excused.
On the charge of murder in the second degree, the members of the jury find the defendants not guilty. On the charge of conspiracy to commit murder, the members of the jury find the defendants not guilty. On the charge of conduct unbecoming a United States Marine, the members of the jury find the defendants guilty as charged. The defendants are hereby sentenced by this court to time served in the brig up until this point, and are hereby ordered to be dishonorably discharged from the United States Marines. This court-martial now stands adjourned.
And hut! No.
Harold, I'm
I
sorry.
don't understand.
It's not as bad as it
No, because
seems.
Colonel Jessup, he said he ordered the code red.
I know,
But he
I
said he
know.
ordered the code red, so what did we do wrong?
Look.
No, what did we do wrong?
Ask Dawson.
We did nothing wrong.
Jury convicted you of conduct unbecoming of a Marine. What does that mean?
You're the lawyer.
You're the Marine.
Not anymore.
Hal, I don't understand.
Look,
What does it mean?
it means we beat the shit out of the wrong guy.
I'm being serious. What does it mean?
You're really gonna have to stop asking me that.
Cappy, I have to take these guys down to personnel for some paperwork.
Yeah.
Sir.
You don't need to have a patch on your arm to have on.
10 hut! There's an officer on deck. Permission to be dismissed.
Dismissed.
Airman Cecil O'Malley and Anthony Perez. What are they, shortstop and second base for the Toledo Mudhens?
Jack, I wouldn't lie to the court. Both O'Malley and Perez are working the ground crew on the 7th.
And they saw the plane land?
I didn't say that.
Good job.
People had a case.
I'll see you around campus. I gotta go arrest Kendrick.
Tell him I say hi.
How about a celebration? I'm buying. Sam?
Maybe later. I am going to go home and talk to my daughter. She must be bilingual by now.
So what's next for you?
Staff Sergeant Hector Baines. It's called going to the movies on company time. What about you?
You know, the usual.
Just annoying people?
Yeah. So how about it? You want to have that drink?
I'll hook up with you later. I think I'm gonna get started on Hector Baines. Maybe stay on my post for a while.
You're like 7 of the strangest men I've ever met.